Did you know the Bible itself calls the Abraham story an allegory? A story told to make a point. Pastor Mark here. In Galatians 4:22-24, Paul himself says it plainly. He writes that Abraham's two sons, one born to Hagar, the other to Sarah, contain an allegory. Paul explains that these women represent two covenants, one tied to Mount Sinai, law, flesh, and bondage, the other tied to promise, freedom. And that matters because Paul isn't defending history. He's explaining meaning. And this isn't unique to Abraham. Paul does this elsewhere, with Adam, with Sarah, with Jerusalem above and Jerusalem below. And here's the point. He treats all earlier stories as theological tools, not courtroom transcripts. That's how ancient Jewish interpretation worked. Midrash wasn't about literalism. It was about insight, ethics, and transformation. Literalism comes later, when new religious movements needed certainty, control, and boundary enforcement. Paul wasn't building a rulebook. He was dismantling one. Yet many churches today demand you take Abraham literally, as if faith depends on it, even though the Bible itself doesn't. That's the contradiction. If Scripture openly uses allegory to teach theology, then biblical authority clearly does not require strict literalism. What does require literalism is later doctrine, not the text. So when tradition insists you must read these stories more rigidly than the Bible does, that's not faithfulness. That's tradition overriding Scripture. There is a way of living rooted in reason and reality, without surrendering your mind. No dogma, no obedience, just care for one another. Try humanism, living in reason and reality. Love humanly, give humanly, and experience the human life. You know, because we're human. See you next time.